Do you know the theory that each verse of Come Together was written about a different Beatle, including John himself? The first verse is about Ringo, talking about him kind of grooving up slowly, that's him shuffling in on his drums. And describing Ringo as a joker calls back to how he was the funny one in the Beatles group, and that's how he was usually seen by the band. And he just do what he pleased, that's Ringo to a T. He was definitely the more chill one. Verse number 2 is about George. He was, of course, the most spiritual one of the band, and you can see little references throughout this verse. He wore no shoe shine, he was the more barefoot spiritual character, as well as the very spiritual I know you, you know me, you've got to be free. That's a very George way of thinking. The third one I think is the most obvious. This is definitely John. You've got the Yoko references in there. Bag Production was his production company, which came from their whole bagism protest concept. Walrus Gumboot is another reference to John in the I Am the Walrus style. It's putting his identity into this verse. And then the last verse is about Paul. Roller Coaster could be a Helter Skelter reference, or just the fact that Paul was known to be very emotional and going up and down quite a lot. Muddy Water could be a nod to Paul's love of American rock and roll, and especially artists like Muddy Waters, who really influenced the early Beatles sound. Mojo Filter kind of references Paul's charm and very likable quality to win people over all the time, which John definitely noticed about Paul. Not to be good looking because he's so hard to see is a reference to Paul being the cute Beatle, something John's kind of making fun of him for, but he even called him the pretty Beatle himself, so.
A pretty face may last a year or two.
So what do you think about this theory? Do you think it holds up, or do you think there's just little bits of the Beatles in each of the verses? I also like that. Or maybe it's all just a lot of nonsense.
If you're a big Beatles fan, let me know what you think of this. I didn't know.
I didn't know.